Imagine waking up to find that your marketing strategy is drafted, your code is committed to GitHub, and your technical audits are finished, all completed overnight by a digital team that never sleeps. This setup is possible using a new open-source framework called Paperclip. Our objective today is to install this framework and deploy an AI CEO to manage a fully digital workforce. To build this, you need exactly 3 things: a cloud server, basic familiarity with a command line terminal, and an active subscription or API key for a large language model. Combining these elements takes the AI out of a standard chat window. Instead of waiting for your prompts, the system evaluates your high-level goals and executes tasks on its own schedule. Step 1 is setting up the environment. You must deploy Paperclip on a virtual private server, or VPS. Giving autonomous agents root access to your personal computer is a major security risk, and a VPS guarantees the 24/7 uptime required for a company that runs continuously. To skip the complexity of a manual installation, select a host that offers a one-click Docker deployment. This provisions the server and installs the framework in a single step. Once provisioned, navigate to your host's management dashboard. Look for the Docker Manager section to verify that the Paperclip container is actively running. This isolated Docker container is now the secure, always-on physical headquarters for your incoming digital workforce. Before we can access the platform, we need the auto-generated login credentials. In your server dashboard, open the environment variables for your Docker project and copy the string labeled admin password. Click the link provided by your host to open the Paperclip web interface and log in using your email and that copied password. Now we give the company its intelligence. The most straightforward method is pasting an API key from Anthropic, OpenAI, or Gemini directly into the setup screen. If you prefer to run the system through an existing Claude Code or Codex subscription instead of paying per API call, you will need to authenticate via the command line interface. This diagram outlines the terminal logic required for that process. Open a terminal on your computer. First, run the SSH command to access your remote server. Next, type docker ps to locate your specific Paperclip container ID. Finally, run docker exec, followed by that ID to penetrate the container and execute the login command for your chosen LLM. Completing this authentication process links your secure server infrastructure with the reasoning capabilities of your language model. Back in the web interface, the onboarding wizard asks for a company mission. Be extremely specific here. A measurable goal, like growing a YouTube channel to 100,000 subscribers, gives the agents clear criteria for decision-making. Next, you need to designate a workspace. Use the terminal to make a new directory on your server, copy its file path, and paste it into the setup screen, so the agents have a dedicated place to store their output files and code. This model illustrates how the workflow differs from a standard chatbot. Paperclip operates as an issue tracker. You provide a mission, and the CEO decomposes it into a backlog of actionable issues. Let's create your first issue ticket. Assign the CEO a critical task to hire a CMO and CTO. By issuing this ticket, your role shifts from an operator generating step-by-step prompts to a board member directing overall corporate strategy. To process the CEO's response, navigate to the system inbox. Here you will find pending requests to hire the specific roles you asked for. Review the proposed hiring plan and manually approve each request to authorize the creation of these new specialist agents. The CEO operates on a heartbeat cycle. This is a configurable timer, say every 10 minutes, where the CEO wakes up, evaluates the mission backlog, and delegates new work to the available team. With the hires approved, your organizational structure is populated. The CEO can now assign the CMO to draft a go-to-market strategy, while instructing the CTO to initialize a GitHub repository for the project. Establishing this multi-tiered hierarchy creates a self-managing loop. The agents collaborate on the execution, and you only need to step in for board-level approvals. Navigate to the Kanban board to see the engine in motion. The CEO decomposes your mission into subtasks, filling the board with automated momentum. As the heartbeat cycle continues, tickets transition from to-do to in progress autonomously. The CMO is drafting strategy documents, the CTO is pushing code commits, all without a single prompt. Your daily routine is now streamlined. You only need to check the blocked and in review columns to provide missing API keys, review final drafts, and unblock agents so they can continue. You are no longer micromanaging an AI tool. You have successfully launched a self-sustaining digital enterprise and taken your seat as the executive.